Smolder, do you ever take a day off from dressing like you're about to present a case to Congress?
Scuffy. One must always look presentable. It's a matter of principle. Every cat can't just roll out of bed, put on their glasses, and think they look their best.
Oh, I see. So you're saying I don't look my best, is that right?
No, that's not what I meant. You always look fantastic, Scuffy. Impeccable, really. Radiant, like the kind of cat who knows her way around a nuclear physics textbook.
Nice save, Smolder.
But me? Depending on the lighting, I sometimes look cartoonish or like I've gained 20 pounds. Like, look at me here, or here, or here, or here.
I think the weight looks good on you.
You're right. It gives me a certain gravitas, like a statesman or a fat celebrity chef.
Yeah, Chef Fatty Cat, specializing in seafood, conspiracy theories, and overblown self-confidence.
Don't knock the menu until you've tasted my Area 51 tuna tartare.
Great lead-in for our feature clip. This one's from the History Channel's Ancient Aliens episode, Inside Area 51's UFO Secrets.
For those of you who don't know, Area 51 is a U.S. Air Force base tucked away in the Nevada desert.
Officially called Groom Lake, it was established in the 1950s to test new aircraft.
But over time, it became the epicenter of UFO and alien conspiracy theories. It's not just a base, it's a mystery wrapped in secrecy, a vault of extraterrestrial secrets just waiting to be unlocked.
Or, it's just a highly classified military facility where new aircraft are tested.
Oh, come on, Scuffy. You can't be serious.
The government keeps it quiet for national security reasons, plain and simple.
If it were just about military aircraft, why was Area 51 not even acknowledged by the CIA as a military base until June 2013? That's over 60 years of silence. Doesn't that make you wonder what they were really hiding?
Maybe they were just being cautious with highly sensitive military operations. The secrecy makes sense in that context.
Cautious? Sure. Or maybe it's because they were keeping something even crazier under wraps.
Or maybe they were keeping it quiet because the military doesn't need to explain every little thing to the public.
Me thinks not. Play the clip.
Should we warn the audience this clip's a little out there?
Hey. Do I say that about the clips that you want to feature?
Mine are about science. Yours are not.
Science that is yet to be called science doesn't make it any less science.
Spoken like a true English major. Let's play the clip and let the audience decide.
Burbank, California. June 1943. In the midst of World War II, the government presses the Lockheed Aircraft Corporation to develop the next generation of military planes. Jet fighters designed to outflank propeller aircraft and help turn the tide of war. A team headed by Lockheed engineer Clarence Kelly Johnson delivers the first production model in just 143 days. Their P-80 Shooting Star initiates the jet age for the U.S. military. Kelly Johnson's secret research and development team ultimately becomes known as Skunk Works.
Clarence Kelly Johnson was the first head of Lockheed's Skunk Works division back in the 50s and 60s, up until 1975. He's the developer of the U-2 spy plane, which was able to fly at the incredible altitude of 80,000 feet, equipped with photographic capabilities that were astonishing. And he is a great legend in the aviation community, for sure.
Despite his mainstream credentials, Johnson becomes the primary witness to a now famous UFO sighting in Agoura, California, on December 16, 1953. His report of the encounter and his personal sketches of the craft were preserved by Project Blue Book, the U.S. government's official account of the UFO phenomenon at the time.
He was with some of his colleagues at the time when he saw a very, very unusual object that he could not explain in any kind of technology that was familiar to him at the time.
During an era of official skepticism about UFOs, Johnson risks his career by reporting the sighting to his superiors. But instead of being penalized or demoted, Johnson is seemingly rewarded 2 years later when he plays a pivotal role in founding America's most secret military base, Area 51.
Kelly Johnson was the person that identified the location where Area 51 is as a good strategic location. it is fundamentally located in the right part of the world without prying eyes.
But was Area 51 founded merely to test experimental aircraft, as the military insists? Or did Kelly Johnson choose the location as the best place to reverse engineer the very alien spacecraft he believed he saw with his own eyes?
Smolder, we should tell the audience Kelly Johnson personally never spoke about any UFO sightings he witnessed or that he was briefed on. What we saw in that History Channel clip was conjecture.
What's conjecture again?
An opinion or conclusion formed on the basis of incomplete information.
That's an insulting word. When there's information from multiple sources, there's no need to have a quote or bibliography from that person.
You mean biography, and I like real quotes.
You can't argue facts. Kelly Johnson was an engineer at Lockheed's Skunk Works. They did work in or around Area 51. And in the 1950s, Johnson and his team were in the know about UFOs.
No, he was in the know about engineering military jets. There is one record of a test flight and a Lockheed pilot encountering a strange metallic disc.
Not just a record, Scuff. There's a legend, a tale that's been whispered in aerospace circles for years, that in the early 1950s, a pilot working for Lockheed's Skunk Works had a run-in with something unexplainable, a shiny metallic disc in the sky. It wasn't just flying, it was maneuvering in ways no human-made aircraft could possibly do. Fast, sharp turns, sudden stops. And Kelly Johnson, the man behind the U-2 and SR-71, was briefed on it.
We don't know that, Smolder.
Johnson wasn't just designing the U-2 spy plane or the SR-71 Blackbird. He was getting top-secret briefings about objects flying that defied everything military aircraft were capable of.
Johnson and his team of elite engineers were involved in national security concerns.
It can be both at the same time.
I see the connection between Area 51, Kelly Johnson, and UFOs, but still, we're talking about a single encounter, one pilot, one UFO sighting. It doesn't mean they were deep into UFO research.
We don't know if it was one UFO or 100. This time period was a game changer for military aviation. You think the US government didn't care if there were objects out there defying all known laws of physics? Lockheed wasn't just designing planes, they were designing tech that spied on the Soviets. If there were objects outflying anything we had, you can bet Johnson and his team were being briefed on it. Area 51 may be famous for UFOs, but Skunk Works was right there on the cutting edge. And also, is it a coincidence that top engineers of flying planes get sent out to a base where there's unidentified flying objects? I think not.
I wonder what came first, the chicken or the egg?
What?
Did the UFOs come to Groom Lake first, and then the military made a base there? Or did the military make a base at Groom Lake and then the UFOs came?
Now you're talking.
I can't believe I said that. The whole thing seems a bit speculative.
Remember, this was during the Cold War, when every piece of intelligence was critical. If UFOs were out there, flying circles around jets, you better believe Skunk Works was on it. The fact that Johnson, the guy behind Lockheed's most classified projects, was briefed on UFO sightings means there was something serious going on. He wasn't just building jets. He was in the middle of one of the biggest military cover-ups in history.
I don't think cover-up is the right word.
You don't think cover-up isn't the right word when the government is hiding knowledge of extraterrestrial visitations from the public?
There's no evidence of any of that.
The absence of evidence makes it a cover-up.
Or it just makes it unsolved.
The military picked their base locations strategically. They aren't out at Grooms Lake because of the fishing.
Until we get something concrete, whether it's documents, testimonies, or whatever, I'll be sticking with fact over theory.
The clip we watched had testimonies from experts. I, unlike you, don't need to overthink things. I've been navigating mysteries like this for years, just like I navigate this perfectly tailored suit. Some cats get lost in a good suit. That never happens to me. I wear the suit never wears me.
I'm impressed. You managed to make arrogance look endearing.
That's because I balance it with charm, Scuffy. It's a gift, like your ability to be, well, you.
If you were any more full of yourself, you'd float like the Goodyear blimp.
And if you were any more grounded, you'd be underground.
Touché, Smolder. Now tell me, does this gravitas you're cultivating help you solve mysteries faster? Because our viewers are depending on us. We have a lot of serious work to do.
I know. There's a lot of government lies to paw through, like a dirty litter box that needs to be cleaned. But don't worry, When you look this good, even the answers want to be near you.
Yet somehow they always end up near me.
We all want to end up near you, Scuffy.
Flattery doesn't work on cats. We already know we're cute. Now, what was this about Tuna Tartare?
Thanks for joining us tonight. They say the truth is hidden. We say it's locked up in Area 51.
We don't say that. You say that.
Thank you to our studio audience.
Good night, everyone.